Today's breakfast is a homemade mocha with Trader Joe's hot cocoa, a shot of espresso, and some heavy whipping cream. Whew, the weather's so good today. The morning stairs workout. Whew. Isn't it nice to be out, Cookie? Oh, look at the clear skies. Oh, look, it's blue. Although it does seem like it's still raining in parts of Washington, so we're lucky. We're very lucky. Cookie, cooks. No, leave it. Oh no, he ate something. He's kind of tilting his head. Today I'm going to show you guys my full glass pen collection, and I'm using this Toyoka Craft 2-layer drawer box to store all my glass pens. Initially I was using just a 6-pen tray, and of course that filled out quite quickly, and I thought by getting this drawer I can limit the amount I buy, but it seems like I'm getting really creative about squeezing more and more things into this drawer. But how I do this is I have a tray. The top tray is dedicated to my favorite green glass pens with like the unique designs. Particularly, you can notice already the melon soda theme that I have here, a cream soda theme. And then the second drawer here, you can see that I have a nice collection from Glass Studio Aum, which I'll talk about a little bit more. And then finally, the last tray has kind of like a mix of every other glass pen I own, all kind of squeezed together like this. So let's go by category. The first one, of course, I have to talk about is Glass Studio Aum. You can see it has a very distinctive shape where it has these huge nibs, very thick. And the cool thing is that they can do a variety of sizes too. So I have a variation of F, M, fine, medium. These huge nibs makes you feel really secure when you write. It doesn't feel like they're gonna break off. It has this like kind of long tail with a little protruding grip in the belly area. And the cool thing about the Aum Glass Studio glass dip pens is that they actually have like a fun variety of length that you can choose from. For example, the first time I got to try it, I went for this super short one. You see it here compared to the other ones. And a lot of collectors like the long tail ones, but I just don't want to deal with something that feels like it's too fragile. So I typically pick shorter tail glass dip pens from them. And it just feels better in my hand as well. It doesn't feel like there's too much hanging off. But some people like the longer ones because it can display more of the artistic kind of craftsmanship with more surface area. So Glass Studio Aum is based out of Okayama, in particularly Kurashiki. And some people might already know Kurashiki as like the perfect place for stationery brands like the Superior Labor. They have the Travelers Company Partner Shop. And if you kind of walk in that little district area, you'll find that the Glass Studio Aum is also tucked into a corner in a different part of town, but it's also very walkable. The great thing is that they display a whole variety of their glass pens. The craftsman sits in there and works on grinding, smoothing out the nib. You might actually catch them working on it. The only downside is that you kind of have to make reservations, at least I think so far. And even though I don't speak Japanese, I just end up kind of DMing them on Instagram or writing them an email. And what they do is they actually save a time slot for you when you visit, and they even prepare some selections for you that you may be interested in. So for example, when I visited, I said I really wanted this choice or like something in green, and they actually provided this style in various lengths. You can pick them up and choose. I recently got to visit them at the Tokyo International Pen Show. And again, I said I was really interested in the Tokyo International Pen Show pen, the exclusive pen. This one's kind of like the dawn breaking pen. You can kind of see the bluish kind of day slowly brightens up with the sun. And then I chose this length as well. And I find glass on studio glass pens to be super nice writers because of the huge nib. They hold a lot of ink. You dip, you turn it upside down, let the ink flow down the grills, and then when you start writing, it just flows very consistently. I can't super remember all the name of the pens I purchased, but this one particularly is a favorite. This is one of their collaborations with a local museum in Kurashiki, and this particularly is a homage to Claude Monet's lilies, water lilies color artwork. I really like these two as well. These are kind of the smoky color gradient collection. This one reminds me of a Chupa Chup lollipop, and this one kind of gives me a melon soda vibe with like the green to the cream on top. This one is a beautiful color. I think this one is actually an exclusive to San Francisco Pen Show last year. And if you layer it on top of, I think, white paper, it goes from this blue, this wavy blue, to a really nice yellow, or light beige to represent like the sand. It's really hard to show here. But when you go visit their studio, they have paper laid out in black and white, and you can really see the color nuances of each of these different pens. Work of art, really. Another brand that also comes from Okayama is this one. This is called, this is from Glass Studio Toos, Toos. It's also a local craftsmanship, really known for their beautiful bodies and the style called take tori, which mimics, the sections of a bamboo. And you can see the nib tip is quite smaller compared, but I actually like it because it kind of looks more like a real nib, real size of a typical fountain pen nib. The grip of this glass pen has some weight to it. A lot of people like the gold band in between, and it comes in so many color variations when we got to see them at San Francisco Pen Show. And I just love all this little bubble and glitter thing running through the pen. It makes you feel very luxurious. It makes you feel like you're holding a really sturdy and like nice piece of jewelry. And it's currently one of my favorite glass pens. I couldn't resist any glass pens shaped with the cream soda design. This one particularly is by Paraglass, Paraglass, which is a very famous glass pen maker in Japan. They collaborated with the brand Furukawa Shiko, which is this cute kind of paper company that makes cute designs, and they came out with the melon soda or cream soda series because this soon was available in blue, I think in purple as well, but the green was their first edition. It was so hard to buy, and I finally found one in Mercari. And the nib is a little bit of a bulbous round tip. I don't really care how well it writes, just because I just love this cream soda. But in terms of a writer, I think the Toos and Aun, A-U-N, are both better options. My most recent purchase is this one from Sourire, S-O-U-R-I-R-E, but in Japanese the spelling pronounces it as Sourire. And it's from this area. The artisan is from, I think, Azumino City in Nagano, and her whole concept is to craft her glass pens to mimic like the nature of that region. But this one was a fun project of hers, so this actually looks very much like a mint chocolate chip candy, and then the body itself is also a twist between brown and mint green. and I like it because it's so light. Like compared to this one, it's much lighter, and the width, the length is just right, like just like a normal pen. And it also has a small nib, which I really much like. It writes so well too, and I actually was using this for my ink swatching project I shared earlier in the Vlogmas series. Another brand that I really like, and actually where I got my first glass pen, was from the brand Bungubox. They collaborate with the glassmaker Synchronicity in Japan to make these dual tip glass pens. And this one is particularly fun because it's called Sweet Potato. So you can see that it has like the purple peel, and as you peel or like eat a sweet potato, the yellow parts get exposed, and they designed it to have like a blunt tip on this end and then a sharper tip on the other end. I also have the matching inks from Bungubox in this series, and it's just so much fun to play with. This is one of my first glass pens because I want one that I could do swatches with the blunt tip, and I want the other end to be very fine so that I could write with it. And this is the perfect pen, my perfect first glass pen for me to try. And soon I got really addicted. I picked up this guy from their visit to San Francisco Pen Show, I think in 2022, 2023. This one's just one, there's only one end to it, but I just love this little opal-like thing in the middle. I forgot the name of this one though. It looks, I think it's like something with the flowers. The length feels more like a typical fountain pen, and it's actually very light as well. It just feels like you're holding a normal pen. And soon I fell back in love with their dual-sided glass tip pens, again by Synchronicity. This one has both the opal and the dual tips, thinner and a little bit of a blunter tip. This one's actually called Sakura Mochi, so you can see it's like a very nice pale pink body with like these green bulby tips for your section, I guess, for your grip on both sides. It's so beautiful and so spring-like. And finally, this year at Tokyo International Pen Show, I committed to another one of their Synchronicity glass tip pens, also dual tip, one blunt, one sharp, one fine. This one's called the Zenzai, which mimics a typical Japanese dessert, where it's like a green tea kind of soup with red bean and then white mochi in it. So this pen is kind of the dessert in itself. And of course, I can't leave out my favorite collection from my friend Esther's store, Wanderlust by TSL. I have been buying glass pens from her slowly throughout these years as she come up with more cool concepts. And she works with the glass studio Hanabi Glass Studio in Japan. I think the owner's American. The first cool one is this one called Pirate Sea. So you can see it's got like that wave kind of body. This really nice pearl at the end. It's actually a really lightweight and nice writer, just very consistent. I think the nib is pretty much between a fine and a medium. Writes super well. And in that same series, she has this Hotaru series. Hotaru is Japanese for fireflies. So as you can imagine, these white marks actually glow in the dark to create that effect. But again, I just like this like consistent width, girth of the glass tip pen, the grip at the front with the pearl, and a really reliable nib as well. Now she starts getting really creative with these fun ones. So this is her first cool glass pen that she designed from conception, and it's a bubble tea glass tip pen. So you can kind of see these little pearls just sliding through this milk tea like liquid. So you have to like shake it to mix up the drink to create that consistency, and then when you write, these little pearls just clink inside very whimsically. And it's got like a shorter nib, really fun to write, great for a women's grip. And then soon after, she came out with the Penguin Soda, or actually it's called Soda Bubble pen, like a pen, Gwyn. So you get these, not just like the little pearls inside, but also these little penguin faces rolling inside. And then the color is a nice Ramonet soda color. And finally, my favorite of recent years is amazing artwork by Glassophy, who is a glass pen artist based in Hong Kong. She comes out with her iconic kind of artwork on the glass pen series, particularly featuring these glass foxes. So this one has like a Japan theme with a blue and red color. And here's the matching pen rest, which is kind of like the Torii Gates. It's super cute, and of course it writes really well as well. So this one has a really nice short nib, great for writing on a daily basis. She makes these amazing cream soda, melon soda concept too. When she first introduced it to the Japanese market at Tokyo International Pen Show, I got this one because it has like a cute cream soda on top with like the ice cream, but then it also has like a fun calligraphy like nib, so you can like make fun strokes with it. This year I got this little guy from her, which is this little 3 dango concept, kind of like a dessert, a Japanese dessert. It's essentially a glass pen rest, but it also has a dual tip as well. How fun. And finally, my favorite one from her is the green melon soda concept with a nice white creamy tip, but the other side, look at this, it's a penguin on top of a cream soda. She comes up with these cool universes for each release she does, and it's always fun to see what she comes up with in terms of her artistry. So it's not just a writing tool, it's a work of art. So there you go, here's my full glass pen collection. I hope you guys enjoy looking through this. I have trouble putting them back into the drawer sometimes. And here's hoping I don't add more to my collection for 2026. Bye! Today's sky has a really nice orange and blue contrast. Ooh, looks great. Doing our last bag of cats. Ooh, another delicious sandwich. This whole thing is lasting us, what, 4 days already? One wasn't enough, so I had another mini open face one. Look at that neat. It's my penguin. It's my penguin. This is my pillow.
Yeah.
Now it's gonna have your saliva on it.